What is up, everybody? Angry World Cup Gaming here, and we are back with another episode of the Udinese career mode. You guys didn't check out the last episode. It's to start off the whole career mode. Go ahead and check it out because we are starting to get into this career mode as soon as we can. So, with last episode, I asked for some transfer suggestions, and these were the suggestions I got. Now, so we did get the João Pedro, and I think this is the transfer we're going to go to. Because the thing is with Tommaso Pobega is that, number one, he is at loan on Torino, so I am not unable to bring in Pobega. But maybe next season might be the season we could go ahead and bring in Pobega. St. Juste, this would be honestly an interesting transfer, but in this career mode, I kind of want to make it a little bit realistic. If they get accepted to anywhere else, I'm not going to go ahead and sign them. We're going to keep him in the list for later on. But yeah, Alexis Sanchez was a good veteran player we can go ahead and bring into a future season. Now, he is decreasing in age, but he used to play for this club, and I think bringing former players back into the former clubs would honestly be interesting. Same thing goes to Bruno Fernandes. Later on in the future, we can go ahead and bring him in and bring in some former players back into the squad. And I think, so I think the transfer for João Pedro will be made during this episode, but I don't want to sign him yet because I don't think we're going to be able to sign him either way. Now, I also received an option. So the thing was to go ahead and put Richie at the left winger, and we go ahead and put De La Fleur at the right winger. Now, I like what you're thinking, but here's the problem. De La Fleur is a right-footed player, actually. Or is it? Yeah, he's a right-footed player, so they're both right-footed. So either way, they're both. So if once we get rid of De La Fleur or something else happens, we'll go ahead and probably put Ricci at the left winger. But for now, I think I want to keep Ricci there. He's going to be our number 8, as you guys could see. And this is how the squad is. And if you guys didn't really check out all the transfers that happened the last episode, you should really check those out. Now, we're going to put most of our money into the João Pedro transfer. I think that'll be the last transfer for this episode or for the season, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the season. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and face Sampdoria for the first game. You guys are checking this out. I need to see the kits first to really, I think those kits would look actually good. But let's get to it. We're going to take it on. Copa Italia, we want to do a good result. We want to at least reach the round of 16, so we have to play this game against Sampdoria. So it is Sampdoria versus Udinese in our first game of the career mode. Let's get to it. All right, guys. So here we go. Sampdoria taking on Udinese in the Copa Italia. And here we go. It's our debut with this club. I am honestly excited. I keep saying honestly, bro, this is going to be a career mode I probably will enjoy for a very long time. I don't know why. I just feel like this club is really underrated in their behalf of their history. I want to bring them into glory, But here we go. Udinese is taking on Sampdoria, guys. Let's kick off this career mode. Let's go ahead and get to it. Sampdoria versus Udinese. Let's get to the game. So, I don't know if I'm recording this part, but De La Fleur. No way. Already, Arslan gets the first goal for the career mode. Arslan. Who's Arslan? I don't even know where I put it in the formation. I don't even know who this Arslan guy is, actually. It's the first time I heard about him. Arslan gets the first goal. Look at this. Good transition right there to get us the first goal. And to kick off this career mode with the first goal, Arslan, he gets it in. Udinese take the lead. And there is us celebrating right there. I had like a whole different fit, but like every time, like I told you guys, it didn't work out. So Tolgate Arslan. Now, I haven't heard of this guy. I don't even know where I put him in, but he gets us the first goal in 4 minutes. Yo. There. He goes ahead, passes it to Ricci. Ricci gets his first goal. His debut goal. Ricci. How do you guys pronounce it? Ricci gets his first goal of the career mode. Yo, this is going to be the wonder kid we're all going to be talking about in this career mode. It is no Federico Gonzalez. It is Ricci in this one right here. Federico Gonzalez. Yo, guys, we got to give it credit. Ricci is going to be the one who is going to be showing off. He kicks it off with 2 goals right here. against Sampdoria, and I believe we have our first game against them in the Serie A season too. So we got to get used to that. With you, Cruzeiro, Pereira, Pereira, Ricci! Ricci gets the third goal! Ricci! Ricci! Perez. 3-0, guys. We end up with the game. Udinese take it home. We take it home. We're going to the next round. And Udinese, great game, great performance from us. 3-0. Let's go ahead and continue on with this career mode and get to some more action and more gameplay. As you guys could see, we have finally made the transfer come through. It is João Pedro coming from Watford. Yep, that's the second transfer. Now, I also forgot to mention there was two players actually that I actually had suggested, and let me go ahead and explain why I didn't put them in here. Brenton Diaz, the reason I didn't put him in was, number one, is I used them in Real Zaragoza. Okay, wait, maybe. Okay, I'll put him in the short list though. See, I used him in Real Zaragoza, and I don't want to use him again. But if he's going to be in a free contract, then maybe I might change my mind. But like, I use him in Real Zaragoza. I don't want to use him again. Like, we just finished that career mode. I think something new, something fresh is like why I want to go ahead and that's why I want to use Brenton Diaz. Another player I decided I'm not even gonna use, and I'm sorry about this one. It is Nathaniel Chalabao, but I did shortlist him. I mean, still scouted him. The reason I did it is because, number one, he's an English player, and like we want to keep it a little realistic. I don't see a lot of English players coming to Serie A. Like, remember we did the career mode. What career mode will we? Oh yeah, the Zaragoza one. We signed Tommy Doyle, and I honestly did not like that transfer. But we didn't even end up using him. We ended up selling him to a club in France, I believe. So yeah, that's why I want to. Oh, who is this guy? This is the first time I've seen this guy in FIFA. But yeah, those are some of the players I don't want to use. Like, if they're like probably from the English side, I don't want to use, because like if you guys really see in Serie A, I don't really. There's not even one player from England or anything like that, because. Yeah, if there's like a couple players in England, I might consider designing on him. But if there isn't, I don't want to be like, the one to like keep it out. Okay, so we have Tam. Okay, so there is a couple. Okay, maybe we'll go for one, maybe, but only one. But we need to decide which one, because look, we have Tomori who's here. We have Chris Smalling. We have Tammy Abraham. He's been killing it at Roma, and then we have Lewis Binks, and he's actually pretty good in that. But I actually will go ahead and maybe we'll go ahead. All right, you know what? I'll shortlist him, but I'm not gonna buy him right now. Remember that, guys. It's gonna take me a while to buy some players, because we still are like going through. We still are scouting. We barely have any budget. We only have 8 mil to work with either ways. So I'm just saying, we don't have that much. We only have 7.79 mil to work with, really. So yeah, just saying. But I'm gonna simulate. I'll be back. We're gonna get to our first game of the season. Alright guys, our last game of today's episode, and our next game is going to be Spiezza. It's going to kick off our Serie A season, and in this episode I do plan on actually finishing the transfer window. In today's episode we will simulate, and then I think the next game will be against Fiorentina. That'll be our next game for this episode, or the next episode actually. So yeah, I mean, like, if we want to look throughout the squad, here are the players I actually shortlisted Yalo. Now I feel like he would honestly probably fit the squad. I mean, it could be a little bit of realistic transfer, bringing him from. He's an Ivory Coast player. Don't think there's any players from that that part. But I don't think I'm gonna buy anybody else this whole season, so I'm gonna fire my scout. And now I did have a scout the other episode, I believe. It was a Turkish scout that was like worth like a bunch, like 5 star. As long as I have a 5 star judgment, I think that'll be the best move, and I'm going to set up a scout. Now, where am I going to set up the scout? Well, I'm going to go ahead and set it to Argentina because I will set it to Italy later on, but I feel like we have to go ahead and put Argentina. Now, what are we going to look for? I think we have to look more for defensive-minded players. That's why I want to do for the Argentina scouts. I will probably buy no more scouts in the upcoming season, but for this season, we're going to go for Argentina because I feel like we build our squad around like most Argentine players and Spanish players because we have, I mean, not Spanish players, Italian players, because I don't think there's really anyone else that's Italian but the goalkeeper, so Veresti, and the, really, that's basically it. It's literally him, Ricci, and that's it. It's literally them two who are literally the only Italian players in the squad. And so I think bringing more Italian players and Padelli, but I think I sold literally most of them, and like, you know, it makes sense because like we need to like bring in some new stuff into the core. But I think like it's really Argentine, and I forgot Brazilian players as well because there's a lot of Brazilian players into the squad. But I want to we do want to make it a little bit realistic, but at the same time, we want to have a little bit of fun with it as well. So we're gonna get into this game. It is Udinese taking on Spiezza. We're gonna go ahead and rock our kits for the first time. Our new kits. I mean the black and white kits. I haven't really used these kits, so these are gonna be the first time me using them. Using the Juventus color kits. I love the away kits. I don't know if it's just me, but I love those away kits. And we're gonna go ahead and just do this. Oh man, they don't have a good away kit. It's just literally inverted colors. So let's get to the game, guys. Udinese taking on Spiezza in our Serie A debut. All right, here we go. We taking on our Serie A debut. We don't have any of those codes. Is that like what's up with that? Because like it's just the second game, and I don't see us coming out in like with that. Like we don't have those or something like that. I know in Zaragoza we did have them, or were we at Porto for them or something? But here we go. We're in the Stadio Friuli, or what is the stadium called? The Dancia Stadium. Like I don't know if you're an Udinese fan. Can you guys let me know what you like to call the stadium, and whatever you call it, I possibly will change the name in the second season, or I will keep it how we have it as in Stadio Friuli. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get to the squad. It is Spiezza versus Udinese. Now, I also put João Pedro in the bench, so he will make his debut later on in this episode. I just won't start him in this. Maguire, and he gets the first goal in the Serie A opener. Maguire. Man, it sucks, but it's 1-0. Spiezza take the first lead. It's not looking good for us. And the Serie A, we don't even kick off with a goal. They end up with their own goal. Maguire. It is 1-0 now. Let's try to keep it 1-0 though. Spiezza. Rodrigo Becao. Oh man. Really tough defense. Sopi passes it. Fernandez passes it. What is that? Verde. And Verde gets the goal. No way. He gets two. Verde. He makes it two. Verde. Oh my goodness. Verde makes it two. I didn't mean to skip that, but Verde makes it two. It's 2-0 now. We are struggling. João Pedro. Enzo Fernandez! He gets the first goal for Udinese in the 73rd minute. Enzo Fernandez, the transfer, the Argentine center mid coming from, what club did he sign for? I forget what the club was. Did he sign? He ended up signing for it. He makes it in. And he makes the first goal right there. Udinese take the lead. 1-2. Spiezza are down. Are up still, but we can still go ahead and get that tie. João Pedro. His first goal for the club. João Pedro, the signing from Udinese. What a goal. 2-2. We end up tying it up. Nobody goes ahead and gets close to João. Not even the goalkeeper. Pedro gets it. 2-2. João Pedro. And here comes one of the... they're making a substitution right here. Enzo Fernandez. Marquinhos. João Pedro. Oh God. Delefeu. Sophie. Brendan Sophie. Pedro. João Pedro. 87th minute. João Pedro. The kid from Watford. The signing from Watford already gets 2 goals for us in his debut for Udinese. Udinese take the lead. Oh my goodness. What a game it is. And João Pedro, he scores on his debut for Udinese. And Spiezza take the lead down. Spiezza takes the lead down. As Udinese take the lead up. It's what we like to see. João Pedro in the 88th minute, 2 goals in his first matchup. This was probably the transfer of the season. Who knows? I mean, that kid already scored 2 goals in his debut. There's many more to come. But that is it. Looks like it is 32 minutes left. Verde. Maguire. Amien. Brendan Sophie. Perez. Delefeu. Enzo Fernandez. And there you go, guys. We end up winning on our debut game. Yo, that was honestly a tough game in the first half, and then in the second half, we ended up capitalizing it. Yo, João Pedro was probably the signing of the season with that performance right there. But we end up with the win. Let's go ahead and continue on with the simulating and end off this episode. And here we go, guys. We have Sampdoria as our first game for the simulating. So I'm gonna show the simulating through this one because I feel like in the Zaragoza it didn't feel realistic. But let me know, guys, do you guys want me to do it how I did in Zaragoza, or do you guys want me to just show you the game and simulate? Because if I show you the game and simulate, it might make the episode a little bit longer. That's why I don't like doing it. But I will do it for this one, for the first couple of, for probably the season 1. But we end up winning against Sampdoria. Udinese take it on 2-0. Yo, João Pedro, the signing for him was honestly incredible. I enjoyed his signing. I don't know about y'all, but I really enjoyed his signing. And thanks for listening. Great performance, Pedro. I mean, he has had a really, really great performance in the first episode, guys. I don't know. What do you guys have to say about him? I mean, look at this. We have wasted, oh my god, we literally wasted a bunch of money, but we ended up saving ourselves from bankruptcy. I mean, we ended up we have at least set 8 mil, so maybe we can go for somebody in the January transfer window, but we have to make it at least, like, not expensive, guys, because we can't go for expensive players. Now, this Moreno guy, is he really worth, like, he's worth 140? I didn't know. I've seen him before in career mode, but I don't really sign him or anything like that. But I'm looking through these other players, and I don't know. Do you guys see any transfers that just look odd for y'all? Like that Marco Reus one was really odd for me. Maybe the same maximum. Maybe that same maximum is kind of a little bit realistic, but yeah, we're just simulating through the last hours to see if anything happens. And we do get an offer for Samir, but I'm not selling any more players. I'm done selling players. We're running out of players at the same time, but guys, let me know in the comments, anybody you guys want me to go ahead and try to sign. I also have that player from the Youth Academy we can go ahead and try to sign as well. He's not a bad player. He's honestly a good prospect. That's why I want to probably sign him or something like that. Iago Aspas goes ahead and signs for Atletico Madrid. And I don't think anymore Atiovio has made the transfer to Wolves. And babam, we finished the transfer window. And let's go ahead and check out our squad report, see if anything happens. Okay, so this guy actually went up to a 60, but he hasn't even hit the left winger position yet. I'm going to go ahead. I do want to put him at the left winger, so I'm going to keep that up until he actually hits it, because he's not hitting it. Like, I don't even know why he's not hitting it. I mean, we could put him at the right winger, We could really put that at the right winger, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and put him at the right winger. Yeah, I'll put him at the right winger. See if he does it. It does. Rivero's guys does look really decent in potential. I don't know. I might sign him this season. He does because there is a little bit of a Chilean background for at this team. So don't get me wrong here, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off, guys. This is gonna be a fun career mode, right, guys? We still have more stuff to get into in this career mode, and yeah, so we just made Wallace a center mid. He's no longer CDM because we're not using the CDM formation at all. So yeah, Wallace is gonna make that to happen. So in the next episode, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take on Fiorentina. I think that'll be a fun episode to go ahead and do. We're going to take on Fiorentina next episode, and I think we're going to go ahead and possibly play Inter in the next episode, yeah. And then we look at these upcoming games. I think we'll play Inter, and then we simulate Juventus the first one, and then we simulate Roma in the second one, but we play Milan in the next episode. I don't know. What do you guys say? Maybe we simulate that, but that looks like a tough schedule. I mean, I didn't think the schedule was going to be that tough. We do have Sassuolo in January. So, yeah, we did go through the round of 16. That is good. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, be part of the Angry Nation, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.